Nope, no bell. Not yet. That comes up too. Hello and good morning. We may look a little different today. That's because we're going to be a little different today. Merry Christmas. I am the Reverend Margalie Belizaire, minister of this congregation, and I am so glad that you're here today to join us. Things will be different this morning, as you may be beginning to see. The idea for this worship service is that of Unitarian Minister David Schwartz. It's just days before Christmas, and we are literally going to unwrap the presents this morning. And in the presents that I'm thinking of are just the different elements of a worship service, the tiny little gifts for us that then make up the larger gift of a whole worship service. So I'll invite children, if no child is interested, then an adult to come up and just grab a box. And if you would then walk over to the mic where Judith is, open the box, read what's in it, and then that's the part of the service that will happen, right? So keep that in mind. That means if ringing of the bell happens last, well, that's what happens, right? So the person will read not just the element, but who is up for that element. We'll be spending time here where we're sitting, because, we're just sitting comfortably, having a Christmas unwrapping service, and then we'll read the name of the element and who will be doing that part of the service. So let us get started, beloveds, and good luck to us all, right? And we know that grace has this. All right, so I would like to invite a child to come up and grab a box. Yay, thank you. Grab any box you want.
Grab a box and bring it over here.
All right, so come over, you can open it, and then whatever's in there, come over here to this mic to let us know what it is. All right, grab the paper.
And then just bring it.
You can leave the box. Yes. And then walk that over to Judith.
Paper?
Yep, right here. And then you have this mic here. You can
say it right into
tell us what's on there. What does it say?
Slide, call to action, call to action.
All right, I'll take that.
That is perfect. So, beloveds, right? I think one of the things that Judith, you'll see it in the weekly, the youth RE weekly update. She mentioned how I've been talking a lot about people being just very tired. And so as we began this week of Christmas and all the other holidays, please, 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 my invitation to you this week and our call to action is in between all of what you're doing, showing up for others, and some of us show up more during this time of year than others. Please make time to rest. Make time to rest, take a moment, even if it means stepping away, going to a room for 2 minutes, take a couple of deep breath and return. There's a friend of mine who said that when he has parties, he always knows there's a spot in there where he's gonna run to his room, close the door, and leave the guests to themselves and take a couple of deep breaths, and then go back out. So just inviting you to take moments to rest during this holiday season. All right, so that's our call to worship. But it's not over yet.
Call to action.
Call to action, sorry. Okay, so we would like somebody else to come up, another child to come up and grab a box. And if no child will, an adult, come up. Come on up. You don't even have to raise your hand. You come on up. Grab a box. Open it. Grab what's in it, and then go over to Judith there,
and just
so you can tell us.
Just read the top 2 lines, okay? So read that part.
Benediction closing word.
It's
We're
Reverend
going
Margalie.
backwards
Say
today.
Reverend Margalie.
Good job.
Reverend Margalie.
There you go. Good job.
Wow, okay. Chalice alight with hope and joy. Illumine the further reaches of our sometimes winding path. Be a beacon to bring us home again to a chorus of like minds and voices. Abide in us as we go forth from this place to share our songs with unsung others. Work in us to bring to light the special gifts within each one. Chalice is alight with hope and joy. Reverend Tess Bonberger. So, these are our closing words, beloveds. All right, next.
Need another one.
Come on. You know how to. Yes, woohoo. Grab a box over there. Ooh, big box.
For those just coming in, we're asking kids one at a time to help us open boxes. So the next time, if you just got in here. All you need to read that part.
Sermon. Reverend Margalie.
Still, man.
Why these words still matter.
Good job.
Oh my gosh. So we are at the sermon, beloveds. Okay, so I want to start first by saying to the kids, so when I look at the different elements of the service, this is the part that for kids and youth, and maybe even you, some adults, is probably the most boring, right? But I want you to know there is nothing wrong with being bored. It's part of life. And then not only that, you know us adults, we already know we're boring. So to spend more time with us feeling bored is okay. So all that to say, little ones, I'm asking for your patience as we do the sermon. And then listen too, of course. There are some really good information here for you. But I understand if you feel bored, and it's okay to be bored. All right? Okay. One of the gifts and challenges of Unitarian Universalism is that we're not afraid of questions. We ask them.
Hold on, Reverend Margalie. You need a mic? Yep.
Yes, I will start from scratch. I think that's what I heard, no? Okay. One of the gifts and challenges of Unitarian Universalism is that we're not afraid to ask questions in this faith. We ask them openly, we ask them aloud, and sometimes we ask them about ourselves. This morning, questions are some of those. Why do we still use words like worship and prayer? Why do we engage practices that come out of Christian tradition when those very words make some of us cringe? That cringe matters. It tells a story, and like most stories, it deserves to be listened to with care. As we continue to meet the moment and as we continue the practice of choosing hope, I want to suggest that these questions are not just about language. They are about memory, identity, healing, and how we speak about what matters most. Let us begin with the most straightforward truth, right? Unitarian Universalism is a religious institution of Christian origin. Not Christian now, but Christian then. Our roots matter. They shape us whether we like it or not. We did not emerge from nowhere. We came out of Christianity through dissent, through refusal, reform, heresy, and hope. Unitarians challenged the doctrine of Trinity. Universalists rejected the idea of eternal damnation. Both insisted that love mattered more than fear, and reason mattered alongside faith. So when we use words like worship or prayer, we're not sneaking Christianity in through the back door. We are acknowledging our lineage honestly without being bound to it. Choosing hope in this sense means refusing to erase our past while also refusing to be controlled by it. So now, let's talk about the word worship itself. Long before it meant hymns or sermons or pews, worship meant something simpler. And I would agree, something profoundly you. The word comes from Old English, worship. It meant the condition of being worthy. It meant honoring what has dignity. It meant naming what matters most. Worship at its root is not about obedience, it is about attention. When we worship, we are asking, what do we hold as worthy of our time, our energy, our devotion, our lives? That question is not limited to theism. Humanists ask it. Earth-centered folks ask it. Atheists ask it. Parents ask it. Activists ask this question. Anyone who has ever said, this matters more than anything else, is already speaking the language of worship. So when we gather for worship, we're not declaring uniform belief. We are practicing collective attention. We are saying, for this hour, we will turn together toward that we find worthy. That is deeply hopeful as an act of distracting from as a way. This is deeply a hopeful act in a distracted world, right? So now here is where things may get complicated and, for me, more interesting. Language itself is simply code, right? English works because we agree on this code. Medicine works because doctors share a vocabulary. Music works because musicians understand notation. Every vocation, every discipline, every community develops shorthand. Language that does a lot of work and very quickly. Religion is no different. Words like worship, prayer, blessing, covenant, they're not magic, they're tools. They're codes that signals intention, tone, depth, and meaning. When we use reverent language, we're not making theological claims by default. We are setting a container. We are creating a certain vibe, to use a more modern word, a space that invites reflection, humility, connection, and awe. And yes, codes change. They must change. Language evolves as ethics evolve, as generations shifts, as awareness deepens. This is why our principles were revised to include non-existent language. This is why we're careful with metaphors that harm. This is why we adapt our words when they close doors instead of opening them. Choosing hope does not mean clinging to outdated language. It means trusting that language can grow with us. Here's something I think is important for us to name. Most UUs do not object to reverent language from other traditions, right? We chant Sanskrit. We read Buddhist poetry. We invoke Jewish wisdom. We quote Muslim scholars. We speak earth and ancestors and independence with ease. It is Christian language that makes us cringe. It is Christian language that makes us tense up. That tells me something. It tells me this is not necessarily about reverence itself. It is about unfinished business. For many, Christian words carry memories of exclusion, shame, coercion, or harm. They remind people of being told they were wrong, broken, sinful, or unworthy. They recall churches that refuse their full humanity. That pain is real. It deserves respect. And here is the pastoral tension. While we're holding that on one side, we have to remember that it doesn't mean that Christian language is irredeemable. It means it must be handled with care, humility, and consent. As your minister, I hold this next question constantly. How do I move people spiritually? Sometimes that means reclaiming language and stripping it of its harm. Sometimes it means translating, right? We do that all the time. Sometimes we say, well, when you see the word God, think spirit. Sometimes it means choosing different words entirely. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Former UUA President Bill Sinkford once said, we need some language that would allow us to capture the possibility of reverence, to name the holy, to talk about what we find to be of ultimate importance. His concern was not that we lacked ethics. It was that we sometimes lack a way to speak about depth, to speak about awe, humility, meaning, and all of this to do it without being apologetic. Reverend Carol Brown, reflecting on Reverend Sinkford's word, reminds us that this is not a new struggle for UUs. Since our earliest days, we have wrestled with how to be both free and faithful, both skeptical and reverent. She names something essential. She says, religious language is the vocabulary a community uses to reflect on its life together. And here is what I think is a key insight. We already have a language of reverence. We speak of all sacred beings, diverse in culture. That's what happens when you use paper instead of a screen and you scroll, right? Sorry. We speak of all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We speak of justice, equity, and compassion. We speak of the interdependent web of all existence. Those are not dry words, they are holy commitments. So the problem is not so much that we lack reverent language. The problem is, one UU religious educator wrote, is that we sometimes lack reverence for the language we already have. I would say, in other words, we don't take our language seriously. We don't always see it as reverent. We say the words, right? And do we live them? Do we love them? Do we incarnate them? Choosing hope in this context means trusting that we are mature enough to hold complexity, mature enough to say we can use religious language without becoming dogmatic. We can honor Christian roots without reproducing Christian harm. And we can adapt our language without losing our path. Meeting this moment requires that we stop asking, what words should we ban? And start asking instead, what words help us to tell the truth? And also, what unfinished business do we have to deal with regards to our Christian past? Hope is not avoiding discomfort. Hope is staying present. Hope is staying present long enough for healing to happen. Some of our deepest reverence today comes not from scriptures, but from science. Reverend David Bombos reminds us, we now know that we are stardust, formed from the remnants of ancient stars. The universe is not separate from us. It is our story. How can we not feel awe about that when you're thinking of the whole universe? We are part of the whole universe. How can we not speak reverently about a cosmos that gives rise to the consciousness, compassion, and community? This too is worship. This too is prayer. This too is meeting the moment with humility and wonder. So why do we keep these words? Because words can shape us. Because language forms imagination. Because reverence matters in a world that treats everything as disposable. We use words like worship and prayer not because we are stuck in the past, but because we are reaching towards depth. And we adapt them always with pastoral care, ethical awareness. And for me, my guiding questions are, does this help us grow? Does this help us connect? Does this help us live our values more fully? Beloveds, we do not gather to repeat empty words. We gather to name what is worthy. We gather to practice hope, not shallow hope, but the kind that dares to speak seriously about meaning, justice, and love. May we continue to meet this moment with courage. May we choose hope that is honest and expansive. And may we keep shaping a language, ancient and evolving, that helps us live into what we are becoming. May we be so blessed. All right. Next box.
Wow, there's a lot there, isn't there? There you go. How's your reading? Can you read that? Okay. Commitment.
Commitment.
Invitation to generosity.
Invitation to generosity.
Say, board president.
Board President
Sandy.
Sandy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Sandy Pollock, president of...
Do we need this again?
We're going to have some
You better leave that up there.
strike that with me. Good morning. I'm still Sandy Pollock, and I'm still president of your Board of Trustees. We know better, we do better, right? This is some version of good advice from Maya Angelou, which we UUs tend to take to heart. So moving forward, as we invite you into generosity, we want to be plainer and more intentional about letting you know that this time in our service is not simply an invitation for you to practice giving. It's a reminder that your giving is necessary for one you to exist and thrive and continue to engage the good news of Unitarian Universalism. So we invite you into generosity with the words of Elizabeth Murphy, a tangible commitment. When you leaders, both volunteers and staff members, work diligently throughout the year to be careful and attentive stewards of the congregation and our funds. Countless meetings, reports, documents, and budgets are necessary to maintain the health of an organization, especially one that has endured for over many generations. We depend on our tools and on our teams to track where every dollar goes, and they do just that. But the gifts you make to our weekly offering or through your annual pledge represent far more than lines on a spreadsheet. Your contributions are a tangible commitment to the mission and vision of this church. Every time you give, you renew this commitment. And as a result, your support is entwined with all that we believe and all that we do here together. This is its own special gift. There's a slide about how easy it is to give. Today's full collection will go to the ministries of 1U, and you can also donate to our Share the Plate recipient this month, which is New Image Youth Center. And if you do, please let us know that you've donated to them. The offering will now be collected, and note you can also give online using the link.
Magic. All right, so who's next to bring, oh, sorry, I forgot.
Is this on? In the spirit of trust and generosity, we gratefully accept the offering.
Remember, grace is here. Right? Yes. Okay.
All right, now, who's going to come get a box?
All right, who's coming? Come on. Parents, feel free to
I
come
saw,
up.
I saw hands.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you, tech team.
Ringing of the bell, Reverend Margalie.
Good job. Okay. Who's next? Oh, come on. You're going to have to be quicker than that, little ones.
Or grown-up ones.
Are you going to let the adults come instead of you? Oh, come on. Yes.
Woo!
Right here. Any box.
What is happening?
She can't decide.
These are open, so don't worry about those.
Just like Christmas morning.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead. Just the top lines. Call to worship.
That's me.
Call to worship.
Constellation.
Call to worship. Reverend Margalie. Reverend
Reverend
Margalie.
Margalie.
Well done.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, beloveds. It is so good to be here with you this morning, just days before Christmas, right? I am joyful that you chose to be a part of this gathering. I hope you won't mind too much that we have added a bit of fun to how we worship this morning. It is my belief that each element of a worship service is a smaller gift that amplifies the larger gift of the entire worship experience. As some of you might have heard me say before, every single piece of the service is important. I've heard several times how our words of welcome have brought tears to people's eyes. The idea that your whole self is welcome here. Sometimes that's all the message someone needs. For another, it might be the reminder that one you doesn't happen without your generosity. For another, yet, it might be the holy space we create when the voice of one choir member meets that of another. Heck, it might even be the sermon. The point is that each service element is a gift, and each one resonates at different times for different people. So, as we unwrap them today, I invite you to lean into the mystery of this experience and see which gift or gifts you take home with you today. We continue to explore the theme, Choose Hope, as well as the yearly one of Meeting the Moment. So let me call us to worship with the words of Reverend Michelle Collins, Hope as an Act of Resistance. In times of despair, in times when despair feels reasonable and cynicism seems wise, we gather to practice radical hope, not passive waiting, but active defiance against forces that would diminish our humanity. Today, we choose hope as resistance, imagination as rebellion, and love as our most revolutionary act. So come, let us worship together, and let's also take this moment to greet one another, right? And make sure to find someone you have not greeted before.
call for the next one?
Hello, hello, next one, next box.
Next
All right,
victim?
children, if you, yay, somebody's coming up, woohoo. While she's opening the box, Judith was very generous in making you, should you have been interested. She had the children in mind. Go ahead, I'll stop talking when you're ready to talk.
All right.
Closing hymn, please stand and by your spirit and sing your closing hymn to 204. Come on Sabbath day, the words will be printed on the screen.
Thank you very much. Ready?
Closing hymn, everyone. Wonderful message, which goes really well. Oh, come on up, next person for the box.
Yes.
You can go again. That's right. If you're not getting up, others are going to come again.
Do you guys want to come next time? Okay, we got a few more. Don't worry. Oops. You're getting good at this. I'll take the box. How's that? There we go. All right. Yeah, so you just read. So say reading,
Reading
miracle,
Miracle
Lisa Marie Matias. Lisa Marie
Lisa Marie
Matias.
Matias.
Okay, perfect. Now the mic's up. Or they've got one up.
Thank you for having me. Oh,
Yep,
it's like there.
it's working.
Hearing now. Okay, perfect. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here as your official artist in residence. The title of my original poem is Miracle. Some say 400 trillion to 1, but it's hard to swallow the exact improbable sum of existence. Of all the permutations and calculations of exact genetic combinations, ancestral observations, given Newtonian limitations, cosmetic considerations, mathematical estimations, and philosophical implications, it's almost impossible you even exist. And yet, You're here today. You showed up knowing, glowing, taking in everything I say. Your existence is a miracle, a mathematical improbability wrapped up in the mystery of your inherent worth and dignity. Nothing less than a miracle you're alive. A miracle you survived and are here with the will to choose, given the power of the gods to create dance, story, and song with the same force which hung the stars in their silky twilight. A miracle without working, trying, striving, or thinking. My heart keeps on beating, keeps on going, keeps on flowing, oxygen and life to my blood and my bones. A miracle I could stand in the middle of Times Square, no forest anywhere in sight, yet our flora is still giving me life. My lungs keep on breathing, keep on going, keep on flowing, oxygen and life to my blood and my bones. A miracle, a tiny seed splits forth from suffocation of soil to the light which does not toil. A tiny seed which does not know it has everything inside to become the mighty oak. A miracle, no matter how much I resist, doubt, or close my heart, love always persists, pursues us and chooses us. Right there at our door, full light, full force, the moment we let just a little in, warming the face of our neighbor who asks how we're doing, in the echoes of children playing in the park, dogs wagging their tails, and friends who make room for just one more in their heart. A miracle, no matter what happens in this world, whether life is long or cut short, how quietly or violently our story is told, no matter how much division, loss, or war, there is one thing we can count on to unfold. The quiet glimmer of hope, singing underneath it all. Hope, a subversion of Occam's razor, yet the only dream which moves us forward. You are a miracle. So what will you do, knowing you won this highly improbable, practically impossible intergalactic lottery? You are a miracle. Your life, a mystery. Its true meaning kept from you and me, but never, ever its beauty, shining so clearly for all to see.
All right. Excellent.
Woo!
Go over there and grab one.
Please
So start with
opening
him,
hymn number 235, Deck the Halls.
See the blazing, you'll be
All right, who's coming?
Oh, okay. I don't know what to say about that. I like
Can you read the? Okay, so you know that word? You read that word and then that.
Poem with Reverend Margalie.
There you go.
I just finished saying, should I skip poem? I mean, we did the sermon.
No, don't.
Oh, no? Is that what I heard? No? Okay. I think. Let us begin with a couple of deep breaths together. In and out. Recognizing that we have freely chosen to be here in this religious community together. One more breath. And out. And choosing together, this too is holy work. As we gather this morning, we continue to live into our year-long theme of meeting the moment and our December invitation of choosing hope. Both themes ask something gentle and something brave of us, to pay attention to what is happening around us, within us, and among us, and to respond with intention rather than habit, fear, or avoidance. This morning, the start of the Christmas week, perhaps we meet a moment that can feel quietly uncomfortable for many UUs, our ongoing relationship with Christian language and practices. Words like worship or prayer, rituals that echo Christian forms, music, readings, or structures that sound familiar in ways that make some of us lean in and others instinctively lean back. For some, these words carry warmth and meaning. For others, they carry pain, exclusion, or memories of being told they did not belong. And still, these words and practices continue to appear in UU spaces, not by accident and not without intention. So today, we begin an exploration not to convince you what you must feel, but for us to ask honest questions together. Why do we use religious language at all? What does it mean that we are first and foremost a religious institution shaped by a Christian heritage, even as we are no longer primarily Christian faith? How does language function as a kind of code? Shared shorthand that helps communities communicate, orient themselves, and recognize one another. And how does reverent language help set a tone, a container, a shared vibe that invites depth, reflection, and connection? This is not about nostalgia, nor about going backwards. It is about meeting the moment that we are in with clarity, curiosity, and hope. Choosing hope means trusting that we can engage difficult and tender questions without losing ourselves. It means believing that understanding rather than avoidance can help us grow into more spacious, more honest, more resilient community. So this morning, I invite you to listen with openness, to notice what stirs in you, comfort or discomfort, curiosity or resistance, and to hold it gently. Let us begin where we are, gathered together, choosing to meet this moment with integrity, and choosing hope that tells the truth. So, that was to tell you what the service was going to be about. So. Come on up, come on up.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, so you're going to read, what's that say?
Which part?
The big words in bold.
Extinguishing the chalice. Wait, which one?
Okay, and say Mel and a youth child, and we've chosen a youth, so,
Mel and youth child.
yep.
should have attended reason.
That's all you had to say? Wow.
So where's my Wesley? There you are. So, Wesley, if you will light the chalice without our words and then extinguish it with our words. Okay? Okay, please join me in saying our extinguishing words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry into the world until we are together again. Good job. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Harry, you want to say it so they can hear you?
Time for all ages.
Thank you, Wesley. Woo! So come on up, that's fine. So I was going to say that is 13th on your pictorial version of the order of service, if you have been keeping count. So have a seat. Have a seat. Reverend Margalie, I'm moving your stuff. Yes. All right. Good morning, everyone. So I have a question. First of all, Reverend Margalie has been talking to us today about our order of service. Come on around. It's all right. I can move this around. Our order of service and how things happen. This is our wonder basket today. If we're talking about how we do things, do you have any guesses what might be in this basket? Yeah, go ahead. What do you think? Stuffies. It's happened before, hasn't it? Any other guesses? No? Yes? Sorry?
She said sounds.
Sounds?
I say gingerbread cookies.
Gingerbread cookies, all right. So I need somebody to come up and just look inside and tell me what, oops. All right, well, actually, you can. What's in there? Just take a look in.
It looks like glass.
There's a lot of things. All right. All right, sit back down. We're going to look at them one at a time.
They're nice.
So what I've got in here are some different pieces of something. What's that?
A plate.
Okay.
A
All right.
Christmas plate.
It happens to look like a Christmas plate, doesn't it?
Because it's green.
What do we use plates for?
Eating. They're for eating.
Do you eat right off the plate?
No. No, we use knives and forks and spoons.
All right. What's this?
A spoon.
Is it a soup spoon? What's this?
A knife.
Is it a carving knife?
No.
What's it for?
Cutting bread.
It's a butter knife. Well, sort of. It's the knife for cutting the food on your plate, right?
Yeah, like you use your fork for the.
What's that?
A fork.
What do you do with the fork?
You stab.
Okay.
You stab the food.
You stab the food. Well, if that was a knife, what's this?
Butter knife.
It's a butter knife. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's butter cutting
So,
butter.
I'm watching someone rearrange all the stuff on here. What's this? It's a wine glass. If you're having dinner, what do you think might be served in this?
Wine, of course.
Okay, let's leave this one right here, of course.
Yeah, because it's
Juice.
It's
Yeah.
glass.
Kid wine, right?
That's a cup.
That's a cup for water, soda, milk, right?
Juice or
What-
milk for Santa.
What's that for?
A tissue. A napkin.
A napkin. How do we use this? All right.
No, wipe your mouth. No.
Oh. What are these?
Chopsticks.
Do you use them for ramen? Do you use them for anything else?
Yes.
Sushi?
Yeah,
Yep.
sushi.
Okay. All right. And what are these? What's this? It's a soup spoon usually for maybe miso or ramen, right? This one I happen to have gotten from a ramen restaurant. All right. So, so they're rearranging everything on the table, which is sort of what the conversation is about today. How many of you, when you have dinner at your house, where do you have your dinner?
At the dining table.
You have it at the dining table. Does everybody here sit down at a dining room table? Yeah? Yeah? Somebody sits on the couch? No? Does anyone sit on a coffee table in front of the TV?
Oh, sometimes. My parents do that.
Do you eat at the kitchen? Do you eat at a kitchen counter sometimes? No? Yeah? Yeah, sometimes? All right. Is there one way to do it? No. Okay. When you sit down at a dining room table, is there a way you put things on the table in your house?
Yes, like this.
Yeah, so like this. All right, so we're gonna take a look. Would you go to so my question is, which of these is right? Next one. So just for the record, this is how I grew up. Every time I sit at a dining table, this is how I set my table, roughly. Yeah.
I sit it like that.
Okay, so go to the next one. That's a lot more stuff on there, huh? Next one. Ooh,
that one's fancy. Wait, that one's fancy. Actually, that one's...
Your sister's true. No. All right, next one. So who sits down like that? What happens when you sit down like that? At a table like that, right? Reverend Margalie, is that how you sit down on the couch and that's pretty much what you got, right? Or at the table, yep.
I have a coffee table.
Yep. Next one. What's different about that one? It's probably a picnic table or coffee hour or something a little more casual, right? Yeah. Next.
Is that more fancy?
Yeah, maybe.
That was way more fancy.
That's a lot different, isn't it?
Yeah, because roses.
So are any of these any more right than the other one? No. But when you sit down, you kind of have a plan for, when you sit down, you know what you're going to have. So if this is sitting at your table, your parents are probably going to drink wine or something fancy in there, right? If you're going to have these at your table,
you need to eat.
You need to know how to use them, and you may be having something like a Chinese food or ramen, right? Or soup, right? If you have this, you're probably having soup. So what you see, let's go to the next one. So all of these, excuse me, all of these different place settings might indicate what's going to happen next, right? Might have something to do with what you're going to eat. Let's go to the next one. Oh my gosh.
What is that big one?
That is a really big fancy place setting. There we go.
What is that big knife for?
So there are a lot of pieces on there. How would you know? Do you know that every single one of those pieces has a different part of the meal? And if you knew in Western civilization, if you knew what each one of those forks and knives and spoons were for, you'd know what dish you were going to have next. So this demonstrates, so we've been talking about the order of service here in the congregation all day and what is important and why certain pieces are important. This picture is an order of service, literally, right? If you sat down at that table, each piece would indicate what the next order is. Salad, fork, I don't know which is which. Soup spoon on the right? The dessert fork and spoon are along the top. The bread plate is on the top left. all the different glasses, water,
Coffee.
port, coffee, tea, etc. So are any of them more right than the other?
That one's bigger than the other plate.
That is true. That is true. So none of them are more right than the other, right? All of them, but all of it kind of gives you an indication of what's going on next. All right. Thank you for joining me for this Time for All Ages about an order of service. All right? Somebody who hasn't picked a box yet that wants to pick a box? Anybody up here hasn't picked a box? You picked a box a couple times. Is there anyone who hasn't picked a box yet out there?
Do you want to pick a box?
Anybody?
All right.
Maybe you
All right, you all have a choice. You may sit here and listen, or you may join your folks back at their seats. Yep.
stay over here. That's what here's the trash.
All right, you can put it right in there. It's not trash, it's just you want to take it with you? Let's put it right there. Thank you. All right, who's got the box? Oh, we're bringing them over here? Okay.
You want to pick one of those?
Well, oh, wait, I think, are you,
She has.
Maybe give her the tiny one.
no.
Is that okay? Is that good? Okay. Have your sister help me.
They're doing great.
Yes, perfect. Here.
Prayer and joys and sorrows.
That's Reverend Margalie.
Oh, that is my name. Oh, thank you.
Let's put the box back up here.
Things take a little longer when they're out of order, huh? Each week we make space to share our joys and sorrows, place of lightness and heaviness in our lives. We do this so that we know that we do not journey alone. So if you have a joy that you would like to share, or a sorrow you would help with or witness, please contribute to our collective share of joys and sorrows, which is then shared with the larger congregation during this time in the service. During the week, you can email us at joysandsorrows@www.org, or if you're attending in person, in July, and our wonderful welcomers and readers, make sure they get up here. So, we know that throughout this month, we have been enjoying these beautiful poinsettias here that our queen has gotten for us on behalf of the congregation. We have a joy from Lisa Marie. She won second place in an Orlando startup weekend competition. It was 54 hours of assembling a team of software engineers, AI specialists to build a scalable software company and make a pitch. It earned a scholarship for the Tech Accelerator Starter Studio. Lisa Marie's company, Home Bridge, uses AI to help local nonprofits provide homeless prevention services. She's excited to start the next chapter of her career as an entrepreneur and thanks our One New community for shaping her into the leader and community servant she has become. We have this from Marty Haynes. We have this from Marty
That's fine.
Better? We have this from Marnie Haney. 8 years ago, Reverend Kathy married me and Pete on the Labyrinth. Lucky me. I know I saw you. Kathy Peabody is very excited. She just got hired with Orlando Health Women's Institute to be a clinical surgical assistant and starting in January. My dream job. All right, Kathy. A big thank you to Michael Lewis for the beautiful holiday decorations he provided again this year, including some new decorated garland. Michael also, carols for our stage, cares, carols, the holidays. Michael also cares for our sage plants all year long. Yay, Michael. All right, and let me just invite us into prayer at this time. If you could position yourself as you do in situations such as these, and listen to the following words and let what you need enter and take with you, and let go of the rest. In this community, we hold hope close. We don't always know what comes next, but that cannot dissuade us. We don't always know what to do, but this will not mean that we are lost in the wilderness. We rely on the certainty beneath the foundation of our values and ethics. We are the people who turn to love like a North Star, and to the truth that we are greater together than we are alone. Our hope does not live in some glimmer of an indistinct future. Rather, we know the way to the world of which we dream, and by covenant and the movement forward of one right action and the next, we know that one day we will arrive at home. This is Reverend Soto. Danny, if you would lead us in our centering hymn.
Chalice sliding. Melissa.
Wesley, come back up.
I need my Wesley again. Wesley is 8 years old and is very into basketball, yes? Please join us now in saying our traditional and beloved chalice lighting words. In the light of truth and in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. Great job. Thank you, Wesley.
Now.
And so we only have one thing left. It's our, go ahead and open. And they'll be abbreviated.
Oh, abbreviated. Okay. All right.
Wait. Would you say what they are?
Words of welcome. Mel.
Okay. All right.
You can go sit down if you want. Nope, you want to be up
Good morning, beautiful beings. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. I am Melissa Baker, member of this congregation and the lead of the worship team. With me in today's service are our minister, Reverend Margalie Belizaire, Director of Lifespan Religious Enrichment, Judith Stein-Farrell, accompanist Daniela Monzon Villegas, bass player Randy Puller, board president Sandy Pollock, and our chalice lighter Wesley. Let's not forget our teams of wonderful people in the background working diligently to ensure that we come together this morning more than ever. Thank you, everybody in the background.
Woo-hoo, and thank you.
And of course, to everyone who has participated in this very unusual unboxing ritual today. I'm going to skip over the children being invited. We greet you this morning, old friends and new, as we explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into a community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whoever you love, you are welcome here. In this community, your whole self is welcome. We welcome your race, national origin, immigration status, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, physical or mental abilities, economic status, or religious background. We welcome you. Just a few announcements before we begin or maybe end, whatever the case may be on Unboxing Day. From Religious Enrichment, just a reminder that there are no religious enrichment classes next Sunday, December 28th. The nursery, however, will be open. For parents, starting at noon, if you are feeling a need to have an opportunity to vent and sort through some of stress and exhaustion of the season, Judith invites you to join her in the gathering space. There will be childcare available until 1 p.m.
That's for today.
Oh, that's for today?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This week, we have several services lined up. At noon today, we will be holding a short service to dedicate the Memorial Garden. This evening at 6 p.m., Mystic Grove will lead our winter solstice service. Tomorrow night, Monday, Reverend Margalie will lead our Blue Christmas service on Zoom only at 6 p.m. For more information and the Zoom link, please see the weekly update and 1U website. Wednesday is Christmas Eve, and we will lead 2 worship services, one at 6 p.m. and the other at 8 p.m. Next Sunday, December 28th, Aubrey will invite us to explore the quiet power of everyday choices. And now, Reverend Margalie has something to say.
Well, we were going to skip that, but just wanted you to know this is the sabbatical, my sabbatical, information on my sabbatical, what's going to be happening. We have a few copies out there, so, but we're also going to email it to you. It'll be a link will be in the weekly update and also in the monthly newsletter. But we've made a few copies. If you'd like one, grab one. Some are here, some are in the in Gore Hall, and also some in the volunteer room. Okay.
All right, so you might not care about the order of service today, and you might not be worried about more information, but if you wanted to, it would be at info@orlandouu.org with an email with any questions, or go to orlandouu.org. And then finally, I will say, let's unbox this service. May the odds be ever in our favor. Happy holidays, everybody.
Woo. Okay. All right, as was said, you may want to rush over and have something. And then we also have at 12 o'clock the ritual. We're going to do a service to dedicate the Memorial Garden. So.
And he's like, I was afraid of this, but finally
I hear you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It sounds like you are in great position.
But I'll tell you, I'm ready to just move on.